Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Canon EOS photographer, Randall M, and today is Monday, December the 2nd, 2013 AD, and I went to Facebook, typed in EOS, 1D-X, and then I'll do 1D-C and 1D-X. Anyway, it came up to the Canon website, or the Canon page, and this is one of the photos. It's from TJOEZ, the movie maker. You can see in the upper right corner there whose Facebook page it is. And they've got some pictures of their 1D-X, which I'm jealous of. I would rather have the 1D-C, but the 1D-X is awesome. I would be happy with either one. It's just that the 1D-C does 4K video and blah, blah, blah. It's better. Costs more, but it's better. Having said that, the 1D-X is awesome. So I would be happy with either one. Be happier with 1D-C, but moving on. Point is, he's got 2 or 3 of them, which I'm kind of jealous of that too. But anyway, he's got the new, as you can see here, it's the new 200 to 400 with the built-in 1.4 teleconverter, which is a really nice lens for sports photography and wildlife and things that are far away. So right now, it's really Canon's top-of-the-line lens for, for sports and wildlife and surveillance work where you can be far away from where you're shooting pictures or video of. And it just looks neat, and I thought I'd make a video. Give credit to who credit's due. This is a cool picture. Again, it's TJOEZ. I don't know who this person is, but it's a neat little picture with some Canon cameras and some camera lenses. I'm willing to bet that the lens that's off to the right is probably a 200 or a 200 is a 70-200. Now, I can't be sure, but I would willing to bet that's a 70-200. Now the one in the back, I cannot tell what that is. I'm not sure because it's too far away to focus. But nonetheless, it's a Canon camera, and whether they're 1D-Xs or 1D, they're obviously all 1D bodies. Whether they're 1D-Xs or what model 1D, I don't know, but they're very nice. They're very awesome. I love them. They're cool. I wish I had a 1D-C. I want one so much. This would be this lens, this big lens you see up here that takes up the majority of the screen. Again, is an awesome. I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice of lenses because because it doesn't allow you to get close up. I mean, what I mean by close up is it's got 200 to 400, and I need something like for a lot of stuff I do. I need that 28, that 50, that 75, the smaller, wider angle stuff to do. This has a telephoto that goes beyond. What I'm saying is when I did sports or when I did wildlife or when I want to get a picture of that squirrel that climbs across that power line all the time, this would be the lens to go to. It wouldn't be my everyday lens, is what I'm trying to say. It would be that special occasion when I'm doing sports and doing wildlife. But it wouldn't be my everyday lens. My first everyday lens would be the 28-300. That's the lens I want. That's the lens I have with my Canon now. It's not the Canon lens. I have a Tamron lens with my digital XT. That's a 28-300, and I would want that range of lens. I wish I had the Canon lens because it's a lot better glass. It's a lot better. It's faster. It focuses better. It's sharper. It's crisper. Having said that, the lens I've got is fine. But anyway, that would be my main choice of lenses. This would be a secondary lens that I would use for for sports and wildlife and things like that where I'm not going to be real close to the subject. So, having said that, this is there in Canon world. This is the new one. You can see the little hump on the side of the lens. That's where the teleconverter comes out when you're not using it. There's a little switch and a lock. You can lock it. It's really neat. Now, having said that, let's talk about my ideal lens. My ideal lens would be a 25, based on current technology. If you could get a 25-300 or 25-500, put one of these humps on the side with a 2x teleconverter, and put a hump on the other side with a macro feature, that would be awesome. I mean, that would be like the ultimate lens. Have this little hump on this side for a 2x teleconverter. Have a hump on the other side for a macro, where I could, get the close-ups of the small items, and then make it a 25-500 or 25-300. So when I hit that magnification, I'm going from, if it was a 25-300, I'm going to 50, to 600, or 25 to 500 would take it up to 50 to 1,000. That to me would be, I mean, plus add that with a macro capability, if it had a hump on the other side, would be awesome. I love it. Again, 25. The only problem with the 25 to 500 is, I had a feeling if they made it 25 to 500, it would be the 28 to 300 is manageable as a handheld lens, no problem. I'm just afraid that a 25 to 500, unless they come up with some new ways to do it, would be a longer, lot heavier lens, and it's not something you would want to handhold all day. Whereas the 20 to 300, I can hold that all day. It's not a big problem. Okay, I mean, yeah, it weighs a little bit after a long, long day, but for the most part, I can carry it all day, and it doesn't bother me. Okay, but again, I just think if it was if it was a 25 to 500, it would have to be too long, and the lens would have to be wider, and a lot. But ideally, that would be the ideal lens, a 25 to 500. Now, having said that, I've seen lenses in these small cameras, which is amazing to me. We got lenses like this that go 2 to 400. I've seen in those little pocket cameras lenses that go from the equivalent of about 25 or 30 to 600 millimeters in a little pocket camera, and a lens that's about an inch or two thick. Now, granted, it's not a full frame sensor, so the sensor is going, so the lens can be smaller. But I wish I knew how they made those small ones and compared to the big ones. I wish there was a way they could convert those small lenses they put in those small and make them for a full frame camera, or ideally someday I'd like to see a Canon camera like the 1D-X or the 1D-C, mirrorless with built-in GPS, built-in Wi-Fi, etc., etc., but have a square full frame, or not full frame, but large format sensor, where I can do 16 by 9, or I can do square, or I can do TV format, which is like 4 by 3 or 3 by 4 or whatever. I would like to have the options of doing 4 by 3, a true 4 by 4, or 16 by 9, or even I could even set it to do custom ratios, which would be kind of neat. Not really useful for a lot of people, but for some people that might be a neat feature. Plus, I'd also like to have a 1D-X or 1D-C with night vision, thermal, time lapse. It's got multiple exposure capabilities. So I'd also let's see. Slow motion, where you can do video at several hundred frames or several thousand frames per minute, or so I can adjust it instead of just 20, 24, 25, 49, 50, 60. I'll be able to do 200 frames a second or 500. Be able to do that real slow motion, see what's really going on, as well as time lapse. And I believe the 1D-X and 1D-C have a multiple exposure mode where you can do that, so that's kind of cool. But I'd also like to have a night vision mode where you can use night vision technology, a thermal mode where you can use thermography and have it built in where you can do thermal. I'd also like to have another mode where you can combine night vision and thermal. I think that would be a really cool feature. So have access to both night vision and thermal, and reversed thermal. And what I mean by that is when you do thermal, or not thermal, but when you do night vision sometimes, or even thermal too, you can, I'm thinking about thermal. You can switch it from being cold, hot, being, for example, cold is white, and black is hot. You can switch those to interchange them. So I think if you do that in combination with night vision, I think it'll be a cool feature. And I'm just ranting and raving, but this is a beautiful lens, beautiful picture. I want to say thanks to TJOE. I don't know I'm sure I'm not saying your name right. The movie maker, for this cool picture. And I'm Canon EOS photographer Randall M saying, I hope I get one of these for Christmas, or before Christmas would be even better. So if you want to help me, my name and address will be down in the comments below. For the rest of you, thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and keep taking those pictures. Bye.